What up, YouTube? It's Misery Hates Company, and today we are looking at dev notes number 5 for Marvel Future Revolution. I am very excited about this dev notes because it gives us a really big sneak peek into what's coming in the update next Wednesday, December 15th. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. But before we do, make sure you like the video if you are excited about Dev Notes 5 and or Magic and or all the other fun things that we're going to talk about, because I certainly am. If you want to see more Marvel Future Revolution videos, then make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm bringing them to you, baby. Let's go. All right, now without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay. So first things first, we're just going to go over the high level stuff because there's a lot in here and it's all very, very good information and you are more than welcome to read it for yourself. But I don't want to waste your time with that on this video. I just want to give you the cold hard facts that you are going to be very excited about. Which, first things first, is in the last dev notes, they did talk about the sneak peek of Magic, Ruler of Limbo. Now, everyone has been very excited about Magic. I know I certainly am because I plan on maining her at least to the best of my ability. You know? Don't you know? Magic. All right, so it does go on to say that Magic actually will be released on 12/15 as it currently states. It does say that, that in the event that is the schedule needs to be changed for this update, that they will update us. So they're not saying that it is changing. They're saying that in the event it does, that just be aware of that. And obviously, I'm fine with if they have to delay it, if they have to. I mean, I really want it, but if they have to delay it, it's not the end of the world, right? I mean, as long as the content is good and they get it right in terms of everything they want it to be and they deliver on everything they want it to be, then if it needs to take an extra day, whatever, we're good with that. But anyway, it's not changed yet. It's still scheduled for 12/15. They are working very hard on that. God knows they are. All right, so moving on though. So in this, we are actually going to be getting Magic, obviously. They're going to be giving us a extra hero slot during the December update. So this doesn't necessarily say that it's for free or they have to spend the 400 crystals. For those of you that are new to the game or returning and haven't played in a while, so it usually costs 400 crystals to get an extra hero slot, which is by far the best thing you could do as a new player when you first start the game, is to try to unlock all your hero slots as you can with the 400 crystals, because that's how you get really, really quick and easy power. And by that, I mean you would level up each individual character to a certain point, get the squad rank to a nice solid individual spot, and then you get all his nice juicy stats. But so extra slot, doesn't say for free. We're okay if it isn't. 400 crystals is, you know, the most harm will be done. So no harm, no foul. But that is good to know because I was actually a little worried that we had to like delete a character or something crazy, but I'm glad they called that out because it lowers my anxiety just the slightest bit. Moving on. So the other really, really important thing here is that they say we kindly ask for your understanding for the transmutation of Magic's costume and Omega cards and their use as transmutation materials will not be available at this time. So what this means is that when Magic first comes out, you cannot transmutate the best in slot gear for her. You actually have to unlock it either by grinding or just by using your cards. So you can use your cards if you obviously equip it to Magic and then do the draws. That would of course net you some Magic gear, but you cannot transfer existing gear to Magic. Oh geez, hit the mic. But you cannot transmutate gear from a different character to Magic, at least right away, which this is very much in line with other MMOs, so I get it. Some people might be a little upset by this, but I mean realistically it makes a lot of sense. It's a free to play benefit to not allow all the whales to come over and just mega swipe all of their best gear onto Magic, and then if she's busted in PvP before we actually get a lot of time to play with her, the whales are just going to be destroying everyone. And also for the Omega cards, it's not saying that you can't use the Omega cards, to my best understanding. It's saying that you can use them, but you cannot transmutate them to get the exclusive stat that you would want for Magic. So if you have good Omega cards, you can use them for her, but just not with the exclusive stat. So again, in my opinion, very fair. Totally fine with that. In the addition, they're also looking forward to new content and improvements, such as a new epic invasion. Very exciting stuff. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, those epic invasions are literally the best for free to play. So if you're free to play or pay to play or small spend to play, you should be playing those regardless, okay? And costume nano fusion, Omega card, and companion presets. Oh, thank goodness. Those last two are gonna be huge, especially there's so much PvP and PvE stuff to do in the game right now, and flipping in between the two of them is really difficult and it feels kind of clunky. So the fact they're adding presets is a huge W. It might sound really small, but like if once you get to the end game and you're playing this game really consistently on a daily basis, this is the stuff you get excited about, baby. All right. And they do mention that they hope that all the new content and improvements live up to our expectations. I promise, I'm sure they will. All right, so new content. This I'm really excited about, the training grounds. I don't know if I just am like living under a rock, but I never saw anything about this, or if this is just the first time we talked about it, or again, I could be blind. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. It could be either one. But so this December, we're currently prepared for new content called the training grounds. Most of the operations and arena content have limited reward counts. Thus, additional plays do not grant more rewards. Also, the types of rewards are limited, making it difficult for agents to obtain the items needed to grow their heroes. Facts. We concluded that this was placing many restrictions on agents' gameplay, and we were also noticed that it is one of the topics most frequently asked from many community channels. All right. We believe that we need content that allows our agents to develop their hero into a more powerful one by gaining necessary XP and items in a shorter time, and not just by farming endlessly. Thank goodness. This has led to us to prepare the upcoming event Training Grounds content. Training Grounds is a farming content that allows agents to acquire various items such as costumes, cores, companion shards, and potential reports by defeating enemies. In addition, hero XP can be obtained by defeating villains in the Dark Zone. What? Hero XP that can be obtained by defeating villains in the Dark Zone can be acquired in the Training Grounds. Agents will no longer earn XP in the Dark Zone after Training Grounds has been updated. That's actually really cool. So for anyone who has been playing this game and you did that grind from level 100 to 110, the Dark Zone was like the only way after you hit like level, I think it was like 103, 104, that you could hit max level. So it took you, gosh, I mean, if you were doing it efficiently, maybe 40, 60% a day, it took you a good week, maybe 10 days even to actually hit max level when it first came out. So it just felt bad. Like you did all the content, you beat Dormammu or whatever his face is, literally his face, pun intended, since you actually kill his face, spoiler intended. But anyway, so the fact that they recognize this, they talked about it, and now they're actually implementing it. I don't know how much experience it'll be. It does seem like they mention on several different places in that excerpt that you're going to be able to farm it. It's farmable content, which is interesting. So it doesn't say that there's actually a time restraint on it. Let's continue later on and see if they reference it later, but I like this a lot. The Training Ground seems like it's going to be a huge benefit for, any type of player, just all around really good for the game. So Epic Invasion, a new Epic Invasion season will come with the December update. As our agents know, the primary Earth resulted with, okay, blah, 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 blah. We know it's coming. They do allude to, although there can be certain conditions not included. Oh, so I'm sorry, I actually did skip over an important part here. They're adjusting the point system. So this is actually really cool. So we have also made improvements on earning points that contribute to ranking calculations. Prior to this, Epic Invasion ranking points were calculated based on the damage that agents dealt, but now the damage received will count towards the calculation. So Captain America, or any really melee style hero, was at a disadvantage if they were just taking damage and had to like depart from fighting in order to get health back or use a defensive skill. But now that you actually get points for taking damage, if you're built as a tank hero, you actually will net positive there, which is a good change. I would like to see them for all the Doctor Stranges out there who can like heal and do other like buffs. It would be cool if they took that into account too. So that is really cool. And it actually says here at the end, this was done to credit the melee heroes who take risks to carry out combat in close quarters, i.e. Magic's getting ready to come out. We don't want to get mad at Magic not doing well in these, so let's balance it out. I'm not saying it's just for Magic, but it makes perfect sense. It was a good ad. Actually, they continue to say, although there are certain scoring conditions not included in the Epic Invasion season, we will continue to improve by adding more variety of scoring conditions. That's actually really cool. I like that. All right, so moving on. So target system improvement. So the target system improvement that many agents found inconvenient, especially during PvP mode, will have improvements implemented. The current targeting system was developed based on camera mode 1. Whoops. Which holds the front side of the hero as the target. However, PvP content such as a Mega War player uses camera mode 3 to check the surroundings. Therefore, the current targeting system is not suitable for PvP. I only use 3, so that's a problem. Development team was made aware of this issue and has worked to improving the targeting system to be used in both camera modes 1 and 3. Oof, sorry if you use camera mode 2, but you shouldn't. However, camera mode 1 is looking forward and camera mode 3 is understanding the battle situation. These two camera modes are very different. This is true. And thus we will improve to where the agents can select the desired target option. That's really cool. I like that. All right. So costume nano fusion improvements. Agents experience difficulty and inconvenience with carrying out nano fusion from the beginning if a costume was with better options was obtained during the course of costume nano fusion. So previously, if you got a costume nano fusion and you got it to like 5 stars and you just didn't get, like, if you got a better one shortly after, it just felt bad. You basically had to restart it all over again and get the nano fusion all over again. This hero is actually really nice. So you can see that you're adding a 2-star nano to, it is both Hydra, which is, I'm glad they clarified that, or at least in the example picture. So it's 2 here, 3 here. You combine the 2, and then boom, you actually get a full 6-star. Bro, does that math even add up? Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. I overlooked this when I saw this the first time. So it actually shows you going up to 6 stars. Whoops. So all right, you can see it. So you get 2 on this one, 1, 2, and then you have 3 on this one. That's 5 for those of you who aren't good at math. I got you. But in this, it shows it going all the way up to 6 stars. So you're basically getting 2 plus the 3 and nano fusing, which is cool. I mean, I didn't expect that. I thought it would have just combined them and then you would have had to use another piece of gear to top it off. But this is a very, very nice and generous quality of life change. I'm very excited about that. I definitely overlooked this, like I said, when I first saw that. So that's huge. Very cool there. Omega card and companion presets. Like we already talked about, we won't need to go into it. This is a very, very high level in-game issue when you're bouncing between PvP and PvE. Now you can actually use presets for both Omega cards and companions, which is a huge W because you really shouldn't be using the same for everything, especially when it comes to the companions. I mean, there are dramatic differences in the active skills of those companions, and there's definitely ones you should be using over others in each play mode. And if you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below, and I would be happy to make a video about the best companions for both PvE and PvP, because it's important for you to know that. Anyway, moving on. Dark Zone improvement. Whoa, where's my mouse? There it is. Whoop. All right, Dark Zone improvement. We are looking into the Dark Zone from a different angles to receive its original excitement. To revive its original excitement. Reading is hard when you're excited, apparently. We want to revamp the rewards to match our original intention. Agent cooperation, friendly, competitive for the top rewards. Okay. We would like to also emphasize that the fun of either cooperating or competing by setting a higher score than ever before for defeating heroes. Oh. Additionally, the hero XP obtained by defeating villains will be removed. Okay. And it'll be added to the training ground. So basically, they're going to make Dark Zone a lot more fun. It's truly meant to be more of a PvP area. And that also makes sense. Thus, the non-PvP channels will be deleted because they're not necessary at this point. So another true PvP option, more of the true free world, go in there, beat people up, and have a good time. This excites me. That's a really good change. It basically feels like you're getting a whole new option for the game by changing an existing one, that excites me a lot. That's cool. Because that costs low development, but nets high profit for the player base. And that's just a huge win for any game to be able to deliver on that. That's very exciting. I like that. So Alliance Omega War improvements. Since it is an alliance versus alliance, restricting the number of participants such a low number would not benefit the content name. True. We set it to require a minimum of 20 players. 10 players each for play. However, we have concluded that thus puts a limit of small size alliances from joining Omega War. Thus, we will improve it by lowering the minimum number. Oh, I was hoping it'd go the opposite way with that. We will also lower the participation fee and adjust the participation registration period to 10 minutes from 5. All right, cool. To allow more enjoyable play. So that does make sense. I know why they did it. They're basically giving you, as a smaller alliance, the ability of participating in alliance wars. It doesn't necessarily say that you would be net or like match made against another alliance that are using the same amount of people, so that's a little concerning. Like, I would hate to go in with just a few people and then get completely wrecked by a full team. Oh no, it does. Thus we will improve the lowering. Okay, so it would be 8v8 instead of 10v10. I see it now. I had to reread that. Okay, that's a good change. I do wish, however, they increased the ceiling of that. So for the bigger alliances, you could actually do like a 30v30 if you wanted to, and there was an alliance that matched that. That would be really cool as well. Chaotic, but really cool. Special operation improvements. The extra points you receive when you rank first place in special operations was intended for the thrill of flipping the weekly rankings. However, there are many cases causing inconveniences. Agents neglect their gameplay or even give up and think that they cannot rank #1 place in special ops. Honestly, I never do special ops. It's just super inconvenient. Is a mode that anyone can easily participate in and enjoy without being bound by their growth element. True. So it is good for new players. Again, as far into the game as I am, it makes sense why I don't necessarily need it, but I understand why other people would. So they're changing it essentially. So we decided to remove the extra point system in the update. All right, cool. Usable improvements. We're currently improving various UX in Marvel Future Revolution. All right. By touching the recruit button and equip champion as an improvement, agents can select empty slots to equip. All right, these are just small peace of mind changes. And then these are the other issues that they're looking into. So specializations. So they basically, in this one, they recognize that it is ridiculous in terms of the chance and the cost to upgrade specializations all the way to the max level. They don't say that how they're going to change it. They're to say they're looking into it, and they do identify that it does cause a lot of difficulty and frustration. It just feels bad when the rates are so low at those last few, and you're just like, I can't, like, somebody who was luckier than me is going to be doing better, but I grinded just as much as they did. So that does feel bad, and I'm glad they're identifying that. PvP content. Basically, they're looking at rewards and balancing for PvP. I like the approach they're taking. They don't necessarily want to nerf anyone, because that would feel awful in a game that is this grinding, that you have spent so much time and in some cases money on a character just to have it nerfed to the ground. Oh, that's a bad situation. But instead, they're buffing the bottom. I like this approach. I'm very curious how it plays out. I know nothing about game development, but I do like this. I've played a lot of games, and I do like this approach, especially with how much time and efforts go into one character. All right, moving on. Companion shards. I'm sorry, Omega War and Alliance Mega War. To create a unique experience, the combat takes place both on the ground and the air. Oh, so this is actually kind of cool. So they're basically going to be nerfing flying heroes in those Omega Wars and Alliance Mega Wars. There is an obvious benefit to being able to fly, and they're looking at making that more of a level playing field. Good catch. I like that a lot. Companion shards. Apparently, some of you have maxed out your companions already, which is what? But they're looking at what you can do with it after you have maxed it out to still get value out of those companion shards. I like it. I just didn't realize so many people had maxed it out. I mean, talk about a first world problem. Moving on. All right, guys. So that does it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it and you are excited. This is a lot of content all in one update. This game is what appears to be here for the long run. So if you want to see more content about Marvel Future Revolution, I'm here to give it to you. So smash that sub button, like the video, and until next time, lock it in.